So you're American?
Yeah.
How long have you lived here?
About 29 years.
Okay. What do you do that's still American?
Oh, I watch football, NFL.
Okay.
I love that. I eat hot dogs, I eat hamburgers, I eat pizza. Unfortunately, I gotta watch my diet, but you know, I still love some of that stuff.
Okay. Do you listen to American music?
Always. I'm a huge music fan.
Do you go back to the U.S.?
Last time I was there about 6-7 years ago, Passover, to see my sister. She's the only one that stayed. By the way, we're immigrants, Israeli. My parents are Israeli from the get-go. It's not like we just landed here. I just came back, and everybody came back after me except for my sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
And would you ever go back to the U.S.?
In what way? To live?
To live, yeah.
I'm not leaving this country. You know, no way. Not
okay, why?
Yeah. This is my country. This is my home. I'm a Jew. I'm proud to be part of prophecy that was written 2,000 years ago. I'm living that prophecy, and that's why I came here. I wanted to be part of it.
So you're American.
Yes.
What do you still do here that's American? Like, how is that culture transferred to living in Israel?
That's a really good question. I still try and wait in line like an American would. It's a terrible idea. Do not recommend under any circumstances because it just means that everyone else gets in front of me.
By the way, there is an order to the lines. It just takes 20 years to figure it out.
Right,
it really is. There's a way to figure it out, but it's. I'll teach you.
All right, sounds good. I greet and thank the bus driver, and usually the bus driver looks at me funny when I do that.
Okay.
I mean, obviously I have, my Hebrew is not quite there, so I still have to ask around, if I'm walking by somewhere, I have to ask for directions, do whatever else, although I'm not sure if that's so much an American thing as much as just a Ole Hadash thing. Off the top of my head, that's all I can think of.
So you're American, right? Were you born in America?
I was born here.
You were born here. Your parents are American?
Yeah.
What do you do that's still American? Or still do that's
I
American?
think part of my mentality and my mindset is kind of like a combination of my Americanness and my Israeliness.
Okay. Like, give an example. Like how you stand out compared to other Israelis. What's American about you?
I don't know. I'd say possibly, I don't know, just maybe human relations.
Okay. Do you eat any American foods?
Sure.
Like what?
Pizza.
Everybody eats pizza here. Do you listen to American music?
Yeah.
Okay. What style? Just curious.
All sorts of, everything.
Okay. Do you go to America?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you move to America?
Not permanently.
Not permanently.
Not permanently.
Why not?
I don't know. I think it's great here. I don't think America is ideal, in its culture, and I wouldn't feel at home there, as opposed to here. I feel like this is my place to be. Very connected to it. Very connected culturally, and I guess spiritually, whatever.
So what do you still do that's very American?
What do I do that's very American? I still vote in the United States. I'm actually not a citizen of Israel.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No, I am here on a visa. I haven't officially made Aliyah, even though I've lived here now for 3 years. So I still vote in the United States. I still follow American politics. I read American news. I still wait for other people to get off the train before I get on.
Big mistake.
This is not something that's weird for Israel, but it's maybe a bit weird for Tel Aviv. I go to the synagogue on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. I still participate in religious life. I go to an egalitarian minyan, which is unusual for Israel.
True, other than in Tel Aviv with Anglos, I don't think it exists.
It exists. It exists in other places. It's not only Tel Aviv.
Okay.
But it's mostly Anglos, but not exclusively. There are Israelis. There are also non-Anglo immigrants, people from Latin America and things like this. Yeah, I think that's about it.
You're American.
Yeah.
How long have you lived here?
6 years.
Oh. What do you still do that's American in Israel? Like what foods?
Flake.
What's flake? Chocolate bar?
No, like
Flaky?
No, flake is like to להבריז in Hebrew.
Ah, she's
Like-
flake.
I'm still late to everything, but that makes
more of
me
an
more of
Israeli.
an Israeli than
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
But
Americans
maybe
are
that's
supposed
why
to
I'm
be on
here.
time.
It's like I was late everywhere there, and then I didn't fit in because everyone was like, "You're fired."
Would you recommend like American Jews moving here? Is that something that you would prefer?
I think it depends on the person and where they are in their life and what they want and everything. But I wouldn't not recommend it because I think the sense of community here and belonging is a bigger deal than you realize when you don't have it. It's like when I showed up here and I felt that, and just being like that everyone is so inviting. Not everyone, but you know, you just get that feeling that I didn't know that I missed it or didn't have it until I felt it.
You're American, I assume.
Also American.
Also American, because I hear the accent. What do you do that's still American? First of all, were you born here?
I was not born here.
You were not born here. Okay. Okay. Your parents are American.
That is correct.
Okay. So what do you do that's American?
I believe in liberty.
Okay.
It's a very
Give an
American
example
thing.
of liberty for you.
Respecting people's ability to make their own decisions and living as free people.
Okay. Do you eat American foods?
Do I eat American foods? We're not so good at making American foods.
In
But
Israel?
when they're there, I eat
Well,
them.
there
I
is
just bought
McDonald's.
I bought American cream cheese. I was very excited.
Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Yes, that I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, and when you're in America, what do you eat? Like, what's different there? That
They make much better pizza.
would you move back, or would you move to America?
I spend time in America every year.
Okay. Would you move there?
Would I move there? This is my permanent home. I've just spent a year in North America. I spend a lot of time there, but this is where I live.
So, but you're American originally, right?
American. I'm from California.
Okay, and it's complicated how long you've lived here, but you lived here for a while. What do you do that's still American?
Like everything.
Or you live in Jerusalem.
Yeah,
It's so not California.
you're right. I don't know. I guess less material stuff, but like, I don't know. Everything's still pretty American.
Like, what do you eat? Like, you eat
I just had a Cinnabon. That's pretty American.
that's pretty much. There's Cinnabon? There's still Cinnabon here?
I mean, it's urban.
Oh, it's not real Cinnabon.
No,
But it's equivalent.
It's
yeah.
Jewish. It's an Israeli.
Oh my god. I feel like I know you because I see you on Instagram.
Oh, him. Okay. And do you listen to American music?
I do. Yes.
Okay. And la. Are your parents here?
No.
Okay. Would you ever move back to the U.S.?
Depends.
Okay, depends on what. Well, what would get you to move back to the U.S.?
Like a life circumstance or something like that. Like
Okay.
if I really needed it.
You were born in the U.S.? No, you have to be close. You were born in the U.S.?
Yeah.
I'm assuming your parents are Israeli?
No.
No?
They're,
Grandparents?
They're from Iran.
Oh, I was going to say Tamanim. Okay, never mind. My mistake. So they're both. Oh, they're from. They lived in Iran.
Yeah.
And you live in Israel now. What do you do that is still American? Like food, music.
Complain about bad service.
You what?
Complain about bad service.
Bad service. Well, come on.
Food. I never really ate. American food was never really part of my culture.
So you do. What do you cook at home? Persian food?
I cook Persian food and steaks. Yeah.
Kapar elecha. Okay. Do you listen to American music?
Even that. Yeah, but it's not really like, it's like DJs. It's subgenres of like house music.
Okay. Don't understand a thing.
You know what? I listen to classic rock.
And are your parents here? Did your family move with you?
No, they're just visiting.
Okay. And would you move back to the U.S.?
I have no choice. But
You
I
have
wish I
to?
could stay here.
Oh, why do you have no choice?
Well, my residency is going to be in the States, so, and you know, you have more flexibility as a U.S. trained doctor than an Israeli doctor.
Residency as in medical.
Yeah,
Got
exactly.
it. Okay. You're American. You were born in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Are your parents Israeli or?
No.
Okay. Did you move here with your parents?
Moved here with my parents.
Okay. What do you do that's still American? Like, what about food,
What do I do
music?
that's still American? I don't really do anything that's not American. People make fun of me that I look like I just got off the boat.
And you've been here 21 years,
I've
you
been
said.
coaching American football for like the past.
There is American football here?
There's American football here. Go Rebels.
Okay.
Shout out to my boys.
I have no idea. Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole league here. I've been coaching for 10 plus years. I played before that. I work American hours, an American job. All my friends are American. I barely speak Hebrew. She's teaching me Hebrew right now. I've been here 21 years.
What is wrong with? Okay, I won't yell.
If you go to Beit Shemesh, you'll find a community of people who don't speak Hebrew.
Yes, I know
And
this.
just when people ask me why do I have an American accent, I tell them.
But you're not religious. I don't
It's
see a
not
kippah.
American. I'm religious. I believe in God.
Okay. But I don't see a kippah. Do I? I can't see. You're taller than me. Okay.
No, I'm not taller than anybody.
Would you move back to the U.S.?
No, I would have at certain points. It was a tough transition, but at this point, I just feel like I'm so connected. I mean, because of you guys, really. Also, a lot of inspiration. Just
He's talking about us YouTubers because I'm with another YouTuber here.
are we allowed to say who's
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Or is he undercover still?
Joseph from what's the name of it? Israel Advocacy Movement.
Yeah. And I just feel like it's
subscribe.
important. Yeah, I think it's important if you're a Jew to be, with your people.
Do your parents feel the same way, or would they move back?
I don't think they'd ever move back. I don't know. You'd have to ask them.
Okay, I'll go look for them and get you.
Yeah, I'll give you their number.
You were born in the U.S. and you came here when you were 8 months old. You already told me. What do you do that's still American? Besides, you still have a New York accent. It's very good.
Well, I talk to my kids in English.
Okay.
That's still American.
Let's say foods. Do you think you eat American foods at home?
We do somewhat. Like would be well, kasha and vanishkiz is more American
Ashkenazi, yeah,
Jewish.
exactly.
American mac and cheese.
Okay,
Mac
yeah,
and
that
cheese
was
is
going to be
very much.
my example.
Mac and cheese,
Mhm.
pizza.
So do you get like the Kraft mac and cheese?
No, well sometimes.
Okay.
But usually, like yesterday, I make it like.
You just
like
make
said,
your own.
I make my own.
Good.
But baked mac and cheese. It's like,
Okay. I got to ask you how you make your cheese so gooey. But okay, we'll get to that after. Do you listen to American music still? Well, everybody does, so that's not anything.
No, but I do. I like more the. I grew up in the 80s, like the Mamas and the Papas and John Denver and all of those. So
Yeah. Okay, so you still listen to that?
yeah, even my son now got into John Denver a bit. And,
Very nice. And he speaks English. I can't think of anything else.
And Disney movies was always with the kids was in English. It wasn't part of it was also for the English. It was for them to learn English.
Do you go back to America every so often?
We do, well, it all depends on money and time. Like, we went back, September will be 2 years to get their citizenship.
Okay.
So now we have to get their passports, but it's different.
Okay. So, would you go back to live in America?
Nope.
Why not?
Because it might sound, I don't know, but because I love that this country is Jewish, and you feel the holidays are Jewish holidays. The whole country is Jewish, and you don't have to work at being Jewish. I did live there for a while. I worked in summer camp, and then I worked there for a few months, and then traveled the world, and then came back. And you have to really work at being Jewish. You have to belong to a community. You have to send your kids there, and the
Like to a camp or to a school?
or Hebrew school and whatever. And the fact that America is, and it's fine for them, it's Christian, you feel the Christian holidays. You don't really feel the holidays. Or like here, Shabbat, basically stuff is closed. Everybody's on, everybody's off, holidays.
Are you religious? Just curious? Okay.
No, not at all. I also like the fact that we have the healthcare here. Healthcare, the Kupat Cholim, which you
Universal
don't have in the
healthcare,
States. And I
you don't
see it
have.
from my brother that didn't have a good job and didn't have good health care, and his health deteriorated because of diabetes, and he didn't have the money for insulin to go to doctors. And in the end, my mom said to him, "You're coming back since you didn't have a family." And she brought him back here, and here, he's gotten over it. Yeah, totally over it. You can never, but because
He's doing better.
Yeah, he ended up not having to. They didn't have to amputate his foot because we had health care here, and not that he didn't have money there. And I see some of my aunt, and she went back and she lives there, and they're not. It's not easy. Not that it's easy here. I'm not saying that here is easy, but there's pluses and minuses everywhere, both places.